Upon you, because I got nothing better to do. No jokes, honestly. I like to put out all this knowledge, everything that I have, whatever. I had a long talk. My grandmother was a historian, the great-grandchild of the legendary, infamous Mormon outlaw who was killed right here, Ike Potter. Yeah, I'm his descendant. But it's all about, she had a conversation with me before she died. She was a historical writer. She's like, Kevin, that brain of yours, that knowledge that you've been into, everything, give it away. Get it out there. It's called karma. It is called karma. It's good karma. So that's what I'm up to. I told you guys I'm going to put a series of videos out on Mormons. This is I-80, comes right down through Echo Canyon. This is the trail that everybody took. Right over there, Hastings lied to the Mormons. They cut off right over there, told him it was a clear trail. It wasn't. They had to cut all the trees. The Donners the year before broke off because of him, got stuck in the mud out on the salt flats. We know what happened there. But for years and years and years, I've told people all the time, I remember reading when I was a little boy, I loved Everett Ruiz. I mean, I was so freaking romanticized when I was a little kid. I read a book about him. At the same time, I found another book in our great library. My second grade teacher was the wife of the Secretary of Education. We had one of the greatest education systems in the world in Utah then. Now we have the worst. The average teacher in today's dollars made well over 100,000 then. We were progressive, we were strong, we were economic rich. Now look at us. Now I read in this book that you could come up this canyon, you could still see where the Mormons piled up the rocks to push down on Johnson's army when they were coming to get them. You know, at the Beehive House, you still go down there, Brigham Young's Cannons Ford up there at the camp. They had a freaking standoff for literally a decade, more than a decade. You know, that was a hell of a battle. And you don't think the Mormons had some power out here? Deseret took up the whole western United States. Utah and Mormon history is so incredibly fascinating. I got a book that's going to come out. It's about the Federal Reserve. It's about Mormon history. It's about the Romanticism. And it's about the nuclear test site. It's about the whole thing. It'll be done in October. But anyway, I read this book. You can still see the rocks piled up. They push it up. And I tell that people over and over and over, you're so full of shit. So I come up here to bet horses in Evanston, Wyoming, from where I live in West Weaver. 70 miles. I drive it every day when Saratoga and Del Mar are going off, if I can't make it to Del Mar, Saratoga. So I look, I punt all the time. My haywire buddies, finally, several years ago, boom, there they are. I spotted them. You could see them. So I got this girl that I hang out with, this Mormon female, and this is years ago. And you gotta understand the Mormon female either it's one extreme or the other here. They either go Molly Mormon, freaking radical, eat Prozac, walk around with a smile on their face, permanent smile, and have 7 kids. Or they go completely haywire to the other side. Well, this one used to go from one to the other. And this girl made freaking Carmen Electra look bad. This girl was freaking Pamela Lee freaking on freaking Balco hot. So when she would go to the bad side, of course she hung with me. I tell her, buddy, I'm a real freaking Mormon polygamist. I just don't marry them. Of course, that idea where I try to get them all to freaking work for me, hand me over the paycheck like a lot of the early Mormons did, well, I just bet horses and drank freaking whiskey, hasn't worked out so good. I can't convince them. But anyway, so we decided, I stopped and I says, I'm hiking up there, got my gear on, I do a lot of hiking at work. I'm a Mason. I restored the old Masonic temple, hung from a rope. That's how I got that scar. I fell 35 feet, almost died on that one, on concrete. But anyway, I says, I'm hiking up there, I'm stealing all them rocks, and I'm building me a rock fireplace out of it. You know, I'm a rock mason. I tell everybody I'm a real mason. I lay my own rock. I don't lay fake rock, or females for that matter. Well, so she says, she goes into Mormon theology a lot. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You'll get freaking nothing but bad luck. I says, fuck, look at the luck I've had over the last years. Can't get any worse. She says, nope. So I hiked up there, had them in my hands, whatever. It's a beast of I'm like, how in the hell am I ever going to get them down anyway? I have to roll them down, and I can't freaking roll them down. I'll freaking kill somebody or myself. She says, don't it. So I thought a lot about it. And I thought, it's karma. It's a piece of history. Hands off, motherfucker. So I didn't do it. So, you know, my Christian fundamentalist grandmother upbringing, you know, people say whatever they want about the Mormon Church. I left it at 14 years old. When I'm in Manhattan, they call me lost. I don't believe a word of their theology, but there were some principles that I was taught as a young boy that I do believe in. But this is right here, the magnificent, beautiful Echo Canyon. I am the great-great-grandson of Ike Potter, the great Mormon. I like to say, unite the clans! He really was the Mormon William Wallace. If you ever get a chance to read about it, he honestly was the William Wallace. Kevin Blanch.